I'm trying to balance a whole tablet on a dashboard, so I'm hoping it doesn't slip. So sorry if there's any mishaps. I've just shot an update video. I'm gonna retake it just because it was 11 minutes. I don't know if anyone's interested in watching me speak about nothing for 11 minutes, but I thought let me be kind and just wilt it down. So in this update, all I wanted to talk to you about, I did a branding video. And I left it off saying that I wanted to speak about how this channel has kind of helped me in this update. So the update is that I've taken on full-time employment. It's the, proverbial 9 to 5. My hours are different though, but I work the hours where I'm the least productive, which is great because then the more I move, the more I can activate my brain a little bit. So in the later hours of the evening, that's when my brain is on. And it's at its fuller working, stage. So that's a plus, but I'm always exhausted. So I'm just getting used to this phase that I'm transitioning into. And that is very important for me because I wasn't fully employed. I was winging it and I wasn't making ends meet. So this is supposed to help me make ends meet. And it's supposed to help me help people around me, but also to build. I am saying that knowing full well that my car could be tapped. My tablet is here, so it could be tapped because I'm always wondering. Anyway, I shouldn't share that, but I don't care a little bit. I should, because it would protect me from the things I'm trying to build upon, but I don't want to give too much power into protecting. Sometimes I just want to do and grow things. So let's see how things go. I spoke about how this channel has helped me. And since starting it, I actually first uploaded a video I took 3 years ago. I was much, much younger. And I was kind of in that particular video, I was winging it. And I still think that's my best video because I was more focused on the topic at hand. And I did the research. I was so thorough, so diligent, so adorable. And now, I think just the experiences that I've had with some of the things I spoke about in the other video to do with essentially corporate espionage has made me, how do I say this in a delightful way? I'm sorry, I might need to bleep this, but it's made me grow a pair of balls and just deal with things head on without being so mousy about or even doubtful and uncertain about tackling things. And I'm not even dealing with people in my age group. I'm talking 45, 50-year-old people. And it's like a maybe. I mean, it's not a maybe, but it's things that are happening. And it just so happens that they've affected me. It's not my doing, it's not my cause, but they've just affected me. And so I'm fighting, not just for myself, but for the things I've seen as well. And now this update is going to be so different to the other one. So first of all, I want to talk about the work I'm doing. It's a 9 to 5. I'm on my feet 8 hours of the day. I'm making people's lunchtime delightful to make it sound more Tinseltown. A little bit of coffee here and there, although it's not the core of what I do. It would be nice if it was, but sometimes I think that minimalist, quiet coffee shop environment, I don't think it's one I could deal with right now. I like being inundated with stuff to do just because it keeps my brain off of things that suck. I went for a trial and I cried on that trial because the lady shared something that was similar to what I had been through last year, and it made me cry. It has something to do with this corruption, money laundering, losing people because they know things that one would know when they're doing their job, but if you don't take a bribe, people come after you. And that was just some painful things that I've had to go through. I was walking down the street and I'm always thinking about this channel. Like, there's my story, and then there's my work. And my work is so much easier to talk about because it's not controversial. I'm not worried about whether you believe me or not. No one's walking away saying, you're crazy. That's not true. That's not happening. But my story makes up a very huge part of why, or of the direction I've taken for my life in general. And so if this is my perspective and this is me, it's kind of like, when do I get to talk about this? Because it's going to explain a lot of things like inconsistencies and the settings at which I have to shoot, and me getting space versus not having it. Just on the third day of me working, the night before, I had 3 guys from my country intimidate me out in the parking lot, and I was on my own because my sisters were fighting and there was summer. And I kind of knew they wouldn't do anything, but it's still kind of scary to be in that situation as a woman. There's big guys. Maybe I might add a clip, but maybe I might not as well, just for safety reasons. But as I was walking down, I was really praying, and I was just speaking to God and saying that, what do you want me to do here? Because I keep coming back to this thing, and I just know that there's these themes that I need to tackle, and I don't know how to go about it. Please give me the wisdom and the direction to know what to do. And even if I don't have the whole long-term plan, just give me each step of the way. To help me to tackle that. So I'm asking these questions, and I see, you know how people write stuff on the ground or on a electric box or something like that? This man decided that he's going to talk right in front of me. You can't see him because he's by the hood of the car, but I wish he would just looking at the back of his head. He stopped here. Sheesh. This is where it's at. So much space. This right here is where it's at, right in the hood of my car. And there's a ledge that leads into the water. I don't know how he found space to stand, but where there's a will to piss me the hell out, there's a way. And he found it, so good on you, sir. The quote said, "Love is the answer." Very contradictory to what I'm doing now. It said, "Love is the answer." And, I read the Bible. I study it. I try to make sure I can apply a lot of things to my life. And I don't know if it's in Mark, I think it mentions it in a couple of scriptures. Maybe I'll put it somewhere here, where it said there's 2 most important commandments. And that is that you love your God with your whole mind, soul, heart and strength, I think it is. And the second one, which I call the third one, and I'll explain why. The second one is you love your neighbor as you love yourself. Now, the latter part, speaking about as you love yourself, suggests that you have to love God, then yourself, then your neighbor. Because if you love your neighbor as yourself and you don't really love yourself, you're going to project that out into how you treat other people. I'm actually realizing that as nice as I think I am, sometimes I come off a certain way and I'm like, I don't understand why it's translating that way. But I think there's a lot of things about me that I don't like. And so maybe I have to start there, because the less I speak to myself in a very haphazard, abrasive way, maybe that will translate into how I treat other people. I'm not saying I treat them badly, and obviously there's people that treat others worse. I'm just saying, in those moments where I'm fed up and I really couldn't give 2 shakes of a shit, maybe in those moments where I can be abrasive and maybe it can deeply hurt people, I can hurt myself very thoroughly. So maybe I can do that to other people. I don't know. But when I said love is the answer, I think of some of the things I've seen. Some of the people who indirectly, from this situation of things that are happening, it's not just my situation, it's like a lot that's happening to people. And I think that if I was in a position to help people, I would do it in a heartbeat. This situation that we're in, came from investments that were specifically allocated to helping people, whether it's education, development, housing, nutritious food for people who are undernourished, people in areas where they can't get access to water, just things like that. I think it's so important to keep that as my why. As much as it's like an immediate need to be safe and to deal with my situation and whatnot. When I saw that written, love is the answer, I thought of the love I have for myself, my family, and for other people. And I think people need to be alleviated from their situations. Not just from an economic standpoint, but people are mentally trafficked. And it's so unfair because they've tried these tactics on me and my family, and I've gotten away from it because of the values that, and also because of having faith in God and having a knowledge that I can't use. It's so hard to say because it's like, it's the kind of thing that when you say you want to squirm, but I can't use my body to make money. God will not, I will not be in his favor. And not a lot of people have been mentally conditioned into, and not just mentally conditioned. Remember, there's a syndicate, and they put you in that situation where the only option you have is to do that. Now, this is not the only badness I've seen. There's different badnesses, but this is one that just strikes a nerve with me. Maybe I'll share some stories. Nothing extreme has necessarily happened to me. I've seen where it can go, and that can be stressful. I'm always with people, so that's always helpful. But I've seen people coming here with a degree and only to find they have to do some crazy things just to make ends meet, and that's not fair. And that is the love I have for people, is that I want them to have self-respect and integrity and to unravel this mental conditioning, because I've seen, because of what's been done unto me, again, I've seen the tactics, I know how it works, so I know what needs to be undone, and it can't be undone when I'm down here in the slums, getting by. You know, it's not only about me. And I think, if anything, if God has let me go through this, I have to make it worth the while of having gone through it. So this update is so much longer than the first one, but I get to the point a lot quicker. So much of what you hear is just etc., and so forth, so you can stop it when you lose interest. So I'll have to take that and put that in the beginning so that it's like more of a warning. Warning, this is a long one, so when you get the basic gist of what I'm saying, you can stop it. I'll put that in the beginning. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing me out. Thanks for persevering through my ifs, ums, buts, and ahs. Yeah, that's what's going on right now, and this is my plan. I haven't slept on my plan. Most of it it's happening offline. So if I can do one video a week with the branding stuff, with the serious stuff, then I'm gonna try and do that. Get a blog out, repurpose it into a YouTube video, repurpose it into an Instagram post, repurpose it into etc., so forth. And yeah, it's a long one. And I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you subscribe, share, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Happy Sunday, by the way. Sunday's always a good day to do one of these. So have a good Sunday. Rest up, because the weeks to come might be a tough one. But I hope you really enjoy it. And I'll see you soon.